Hello guys, this is Lama. I have Denley here with me, which is my partner in crime for those kind of things. And it's been a long time we haven't done those things, and we'll start reviewing the Community Safe number one, which came out in September of 2016, so we're about 3 years late. And
3 years early.
I guess early you could be. Maybe you can give it. You mentioned that you used to make a lot of skins at the time.
Yeah, back mostly community two, more so focused on three, four, five, six. Those were the prime times.
Because that was the first save that came out of workshop scans, and the workshop was released maybe a few months before that, if even I think.
Yeah,
It came out like around Biker Safe or maybe after update 100.
yeah. That was about when it dropped.
And this one is a fruit of, there wasn't a lot of skins I think when it happened. Because nobody
Not
really
too
knew.
many.
Yeah. So in the traditional format, we'll go from commons to the rare skins, and we'll start with the throwback Amcar, and that looks like a really a classic skin. There is a little tiny chain sticker above the clip you can see here, and the regular Amcar is really black, whereas this one has a little golden metallic hue to it, and it's more gray. It's fairly simple skin, and I know a lot of people like it. I'm not one of those fans, but it's a blue, so I guess I can forgive that on my end.
Yeah, I remember first seeing this and thinking, why did they allow this in the game? There's nothing to it, but it just has that specialty, that special difference to it, where it just has just a little bit different, and I've been using it a lot just because it's not something wild. It's still clean.
It's really classic, and throwback means I guess it's looks like the original Payday, from what I understand.
Yeah,
So yeah, but you like it, so that's what matters, right?
yeah. It there's like I said, there's not much to it, so there's not much that I can complain about it.
No, there's no real flaws or anything. It's just not particularly creative, and that's
Yeah,
not what they were looking for there anyway. So, and next is a Deagle, Flaming Deagle, with little yellow flames and pretty simple. To me, it reminds me of a biker skin in some way. It really looks very much like they almost reuse the same assets. It's an okay skin. I'm not really crazy about it.
I like the flames on the barrel, but the grip is, I don't know, it feels weird having the flames going down
Uh,
versus up.
Up or sideways, yeah.
A- And it might be just due to early workshop
It could be.
designs and
It could be
not
they had.
fully being to it, but I don't know. It always just kind of felt empty.
It's really simple. Not much to talk about there. It's clean overall, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, there's not really much I can pick out that's misplaced or just like odd textures.
Well, the slide
Other,
that does cut into like the barrel cuts into the slide, and the pattern is off, especially on one side, on the right side.
yeah,
That's not a big deal since you don't really see it in game anyway. So next one is a GL40 Warpeg with like a little bit of a World War II look, especially with a nozzle, which is interestingly only on one side of it. So that's kind of odd to me, or lazy probably from the skin maker. I'm not crazy about the like the grape pattern, but I know a lot of people like it. It's fairly
I
detailed actually.
yeah, this is one that when I first saw it, I was nuts for it. I love just like the style and it has a good theme. Like you said, the only thing that irritates me is you put it on one side, but at the time I don't think they had the inspection yet, so that's what you saw.
Hmm.
So it wasn't as big of a deal, but if they were to go back and update skins and just copy this to the other side, that would be perfect.
The
But
texture is interesting with all the atomic explosions and warning signs and
yeah,
things.
it's
And
it's a really good super skin swapper skin.
oh yeah,
also. Don't need to go too much into that, but
The idea is
I
cool though. Yeah.
I like the versatility in that for people who use the mod, but
And it's
again,
only for
it's
the grip texture, right? Not for the front nozzle.
yeah. It I've seen maybe one or two skins that have that on the barrel or whatnot,
Yeah.
but mostly it's the pattern on the stock.
Next one is a Pixel War for the P90, and this one is really black and blue with a like almost a weird camo texture that's kind of pretty. So it's a pretty good common in my book with a sticker saying Pixel War on it. It's a nice. I think it's a sushi, their sushi
Yeah,
skin. So he always finds really good patterns and good-looking textures to it.
yeah. This was probably one of my favorites from the Com one because you can always super skin swap it.
Yeah,
I actually like it on other guns better than this one
I
because
can
I
see
don't
why.
really like the pixel war in the back.
Yeah, oh yeah, I see. Yeah.
I can understand kind of why it's there, but just the pattern itself is really clean. And sometimes you get it where the black and the pixel pattern are on top of each other instead of the pixel and the blue. And that's a really cool look to it.
Hmm.
It fits a perfect blue. I would almost put this purple
It could go in different colors, to be honest. Yeah.
for its different for the time of the safe. This could easily be a purple.
Oh wow, really? You think so? Oh, an uncommon?
I,
Yes, it could be an uncommon. Yeah.
you easily could have switched it around with one of the other uncommons, but I was glad it was a blue, easier
Yep,
to get.
easier to get at the time. Yeah. Another blue, the KSP58 Opulent, which is with orange body, black and white detail. Really simple, so I'm happy it's a common. I'm not too crazy about it, but it deserves to be a common, I guess. There was a little bit of controversy when it came out because the person that made it made a lot of skins with the same three colors, and one of them made it, and some people kind of got upset about it for some reason.
I'm not too much of a fan. It's almost like an off-brand Nerf gun to me.
It does, yeah.
There's just there's nothing to it. It like there
No
you slap down your
stickers.
colors and that's it. There's no like even with the like going back to the Pixel War and the War Pig, there's a pattern to it.
There's
Nothing
some, yeah.
intricate, but there's a pattern, clean texture. It's nice to look at. It's orange. It's
It's really basic. You can't
yeah,
do
from
anything
my
any more
time
simple.
attempting skins per se, this was a 5 minute job. If you knew where to put the colors,
Yeah.
it's a 5 minute job. I'm fine with it a blue, but nowadays this would not make it most likely.
Most
There
likely
need to be
not, yeah. They've been
there'd be a
picking.
little bit more effort needed.
And last common, the splitter for Interceptor 45, which is really black and metal with a little bit of a camo pattern on the slide. So it's really simple. So I guess any more than a common would be a problem for this one in my book.
Yeah. It, basically the same thing I've said for the last few. It's a perfect blue. It has a nice pattern to it. Not a whole lot more,
A little shiny.
but it there's not really a problem I see with it. Like you could maybe make an argument for the slide and the where the casings would come out right in the middle. Those
It's,
don't really match up, but
yeah, it's a little more gray blue, kind of.
even at that, that's a minor thing in my
Yeah,
books.
that's a pretty nice skin overall. It's not something I would use, but it looks pretty decent.
Yeah,
Moving on to the uncommons with 762 camo M90. which I believe I think it might be inspired by Swedish. I
Yeah,
think with the three stickers like the blue and yellow three crowns, which I think is a Swedish royal symbol,
yeah,
and it's on regular black and gray camo with a green hue to it.
yeah. With the three crowns, you can see that on the KSP when you were looking at the opulent. I
Hmm.
saw the three crowns. So
Oh, they are on the other one
except
also? Okay.
except that not technically on the skin, but on the
Oh,
weapon, it's
printed. I see
textured.
them. Yeah.
So it is a 95% sure it's a Swedish either military or royal symbol.
Yeah. Could be both.
But
Yeah. I know it used to be a very popular skin for some reason. A lot of people like camo skins. There is definitely a public for those.
yeah, I it's pretty clean. The sticker at an angle kind of irritates me, but it's also a little bit more vibrant compared to the rest of the skin. But once again, it's just minor things that are nitpicky.
Yeah.
Pretty clean overall. It
It's
works well with attachments too. Like you put barrel extensions, different stocks, sights.
it customizes
It
well. Yeah. I never really
it
tried
handles
it.
it. It's not like it's nothing where you're like, oh dang, I didn't see that. I'm surprised they added this special thing, a special texture or sticker or whatnot. But it when you add them, it's not like the creator of the skin didn't plan for it or have like an off color.
Hmm.
Everything kind of works with it, which
So
is nice because you're never gonna use just a base eight.
so the other mods have interesting details to them.
No, no, I'm meaning there's not. Sometimes when you have a color palette, you'll have just random colors on it
Hmm.
that only appear on certain
Oh yeah.
parts of attachments or weapons. This is it keeps it clean throughout, considering there's a little bit more
That's
going
right.
on with this.
Oh yeah, because some skin makers don't necessarily bother with adapting all the mods. That's what you mean?
Yeah,
Mm.
for everything I've done in the past, I've always made sure that every mod at that time works well,
Hmm. That's good.
which
Yeah,
is a pain, but
especially with things like a Car 4,
yeah.
which has a lot of mods. The AK has
But
quite a bit of
it,
mods, but not as many.
yeah, it's always worth checking to make sure everything works.
Next one, Micro Uzi Royal, which is in my book actually an amazing skin, actually, especially due to the golden texture, which
Yeah,
shimmers in different ways as and reflects differently. And that gold texture is really great, but it also combines well with the white and black they used on the weapon. And it's also a great super skin swapper um, type of skin, because all the
yeah.
black, the white, and the gold will show on there.
There. I I can keep this simple. I love this skin. It's always a super skin swapper opportunity.
Yeah,
The it's beautiful for its time. I'm kind of surprised it's a purple, an uncommon, but
yeah, a little bit.
it's I believe it was Peasant who made this one,
Possible, yeah.
and he he did a really good job on this. There's really nothing wrong with it. Like the pattern, the gold pattern is good. I think there's a little bit of a pattern on the grip. It's like a really subtle
The
white.
subtle white, yeah. He plays with the reflection quite nicely.
Yeah,
So I don't know how you do that as a skin maker, actually.
it's it's kind of finicky. You need to get the the gradients or the gradients matched up in a certain way. Takes a lot of time
And that's what makes
unless
the
you know
skin
what
look
you're
so
doing.
good. Yeah. All right. And it's one of the skins that I still own, actually.
Likewise.
Crosskill the Harvest with a purple kind of ghostly slide and the skull on each side kind of bluish purple that kind of glows and shimmers as you rotate it around. It's a pretty nice, good and good looking skin, to be honest. I really like this one.
This is another one of that I absolutely love. Like Community 1 purple skins in general just absolutely were knocked out of the ball field in terms of uncommons. The For Super Skin Swapper, the slide will work on pretty much every pistol that has a slide, and sometimes the grip is a little off, or most of
Yeah,
the time it's off, but that slide it's a really nice blend of like pinks and blues and purples.
there's a little.
Everything kind of works really well with each other.
Does the clip has a pattern on it? Because you can see like
It
two
does.
purple claws sticking out. I can't see
I
right now.
believe it has like an extra skull
Hmm.
or a fang.
I would have to preview it to know what's on there because it does stick
Yeah.
out right here. So,
Yeah, there is an additional like skull with a fang on it. The only problem with it is you can see the outline of where the sticker was
hmm.
because the I'm not sure if it's the sticker itself or it's just the different shimmers, but you can clearly see that it looks like they took a square sticker and went plop
Oh
on
yeah,
it. So generally I don't use the extended mag on it just because it's a little off, but still really clean skin.
yep, very popular. Another one is the last uncommon is a diamond splinter judge with a little kind of white and green camo barrel, along with the regular black grip and I mean black body and white grip. It's a pretty clean skin, but it's sort of simple though overall. But yeah, there's not
I
much you can do as a judge anyway.
I absolutely love the diamond splinter camel look. It's beautiful. I just I do the white grip just doesn't feel right to me.
It's all pixelated.
It's empty. I understand the focus is on the camo, but it just feels empty to me. And like I said, not that this is intended for Super Skin Swapper, but this is probably the worst Super Skin Swapper out
Because it's a
there.
barrel, probably. Yeah.
It doesn't work on anything.
Hmm.
All you get is a white and black,
That would suck. Yeah.
mostly white. So it kind of bothers me, but it's a clean skin.
And next one, first rare would be the AK5 technology, which is let's see, a lot of kind of geometric white designs on green and black body, and it looks quite pretty from the left side, but when you turn it around, it's just the green and it's kind of bare. But it's overall a decent skin. I think I used to own it for a while. I think the author used the shapes, geometrical shapes of the body pretty well to display those patterns overall. Couple,
Yeah, I
yeah.
at the time this was really good. It's like, oh, it's beautiful. But looking at now what the skin creators can do and
Hmm.
what they've shown, this looks like it looks like a kitty toy almost now. Like it at the time it was top notch, but everything's kind of stepped up. And I wanted it at first, and now it's kind of a middle of the class.
Yeah, I
This
used to
is
have it,
this is one of those skins where I feel like I could switch out the royal with this.
and it looks better.
Yeah, but there's nothing really wrong per se that I can see.
No.
It all the stickers and the styling on the left side of the gun fit well.
No issue with that. Yeah.
Yeah, there's not a glaring issue.
Moving on to the Bernetti Jack Shot, which is has a golden orange metallic finish, a little bit like whiskey, or like I guess it's pointing out to Jack Daniels, with a like a J sticker with an ace of spades and another sticker on the grip, which is only on one side again. So the grip doesn't have a sticker on the other side or a pattern on it, which is a little bit lazy to me for the creator. Same with the clip actually. But overall, I think it's a cool looking skin.
Yeah.
I like the golden orange pattern to it. I mean
Gold
texture.
always reminds me of honey.
Yeah, it's a little bit honey color. Yeah.
Yeah, this is another one of those that I wanted forever. It this is the prime example of what I always try to do in terms of different options,
Mm-hmm.
because that grip, I believe the magazine and the silencer only work with this combination.
Mm.
So if you were to switch out silencers, you wouldn't have any stickers on that. Different grips,
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah,
So
because
it's
hmm.
kind of barren when you customize it your way.
So the author didn't adapt the grip and other silences to make it work with
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Thankfully, I believe they stay black, but I f just putting in the extra effort to have, especially with the jack and the spade, or not jack, but the J
Yeah,
on everything, all the, at least silencers, would be a really good touch.
it
Because you
would be.
can't do it with all the barrel extensions, but some of them, you can slap that on. Doesn't take too long normally.
I wouldn't know. I've never tried to make a scan. And last rare, the floor thrust for the M308, which is pretty much a gray and black floral pattern with a black, I mean metal finish and a slight golden hue to it. It's a really pretty skin overall. It could be a little messy to look at overall. I think they could have done a little bit more separation, but overall I think it's a pretty nice skin.
For me, it feels like it was just way too zoomed in. Like it,
Too big of a pattern, you mean?
yeah, it's still fairly clean, and they did a really good job with the gradients and the
Mm-hmm.
colors. Because like as you rotate it and it's dark, the floral pattern is light, but when the background becomes light, the floral pattern becomes
Yeah, it
dark.
swaps. Yeah,
And even in that middle ground, there's just a slight separation of colors. There's very minimal time when the colors are the same. So no matter what angle you're kind of holding at, you get to see the pattern, which is that's very good. That's a very good
there's
job.
always contrast. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not much more than that. It pattern still kind of bugs me, but it's very clean work on the shade on the
On the texture
contrast.
and gradients. Yeah.
Yeah, the gradients.
Sadly, the gun is not so great anymore for having been
Yeah.
outclassed by other DMRs. Moving on to the first epic, the airship Platypus, um, which I think started with a great idea. I think the textures they used was probably great, but it's a little bit distorted on it. Like the gears are no longer round, and I think it's probably really difficult to make those things adjust to those odd and weird surfaces, like the body of a weapon, like this one.
Yeah.
So it's a little out of place, and I don't know what can be done to actually make them look better.
Yeah, it'd be one of those things where you have to see their screenshots and what they've done, because sometimes there's subtle changes from the creator into the game.
Yeah,
So there could be some slight warping on that. I w- there's a lot of little things on this that were really good for the time. It excluding the fact that the gears are a little warped. Um, they used I believe it was Athener on this one.
yes, it
Um,
was.
he used a really good job of the space on the gun, like especially near the stock.
Yeah,
It's mirrored on both sides.
it's pretty well mirrored actually, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's very well mirrored. If you really look, you can find some minor differences, but I think
It's
that's
yeah.
mostly just gears.
So he did a good job applying to and use the shape of the gun for sure.
Yeah, and
It,
then the colors makes what he put on it stand out, really pop.
yeah, the kind of white golden.
And something I honestly just realized, because I've looked at this skin for quite a while, but one thing I just noticed is there's even wings on the scope
Yes, there's a little wing on the scope, on the Thea scope. Yeah,
and the suppressor.
which is a nice. Yeah, I don't have. Oh yeah, I see the suppressor now. All right,
I just noticed that when
it's a nice
rotating.
little detail.
Yeah, it's a very fine attention to detail. Thankfully, the platypus itself, doesn't really have too many attachments, so there was not much he had to deal with.
Yeah,
But I like it overall. It's just there's other skins or super skin
yeah.
swapper uh, combinations that I've enjoyed more,
I
but
li- yeah,
it was very good for its time.
I like it, but like I said, the gears being not round kind of throws me off. That's it makes me a little OCD about it. And I know it's really hard to make anything look right on round surfaces.
Yeah,
And the next one is a shooting star Bronco, which is actually I think a really nice skin overall. They use the shape of the gun and the barrel with the two shooting stars on it and a nice kind of buttery gold with a little bit of detail on the barrel. And that's a skin I used to own because I quite liked it at the time.
yeah. Overall, this is I really like it. Like you said, the barrel is they didn't add too much, but they added enough to make it feel, I don't know, full.
It's not
Like
heavy. There's no heavy
yeah, there's
detailing
not
on it.
too much, but there's enough where it's like it, it's I can handle. I can handle what's on it. I'm not being fed too much, but it's not barren.
It's a good
Like
epic, I think. Yeah.
yeah, the only thing that has always kind of irritated me about it, like I love the skin and all, but if you look under the little gaps, the first two, that gold pattern appears on the top,
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. Instead of being
and
gray like the other ones.
yeah, and
It's
that's probably
interesting.
because the texture from the front probably went to those,
Hmm.
and I don't know how much he could do with that, but s- with some fine tuning, I feel like you could figure out how to get those out.
Because
I don't, I
those little holes are textured also, I'm
yeah,
guessing. Yeah. It's hard to see though, but it's definitely noticeable once you mention it.
yeah. It bothers me more so when it's kind of aiming down sights, but not directly. Like if you're just regularly holding it, you can see the yellow on the first two, but not the rest.
Hmm. Too
Other
interesting.
than that, there's not much wrong with it. I feel like I'm really nitpicky, but
Oh yeah, it's a really nicely finished
especially with
skin.
the higher tier, considering it's an epic, I I feel a little more validated to nitpick at little things because the chance of it dropping and the price of it is a little bit more.
It is. It's a nice one overall. And
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to move to my weapon skins because those are not visible in the safe. And that's the legendary Admiral, which is actually
the
it's
only legendary that has
a custom mod, which is the barrel
yeah,
in that case. Um, it's the only community skin that has a custom made barrel for it. Any skins done after that, including Overkill's ones, don't have custom mods like they used to. So that gives this weapon a lot of kind of unique look to it. Even though it's not necessarily the best mod out there, it doesn't stand out a whole lot, but it's kind of nice looking and pretty different from the base gun anyway. Overall, it has like a body of like a blue wavy textures, which is pretty nice, which extends also to one of the handles, and some nice light blue and dark blue with gold detailing all over the weapon. So it's really well detailed. It's pretty classy overall. I really like that gun. It's one of my favorite shotguns actually to use, especially in stealth.
yeah. I've used this gun a lot. It's or the skin a lot. I initially got it and enjoyed it, but it really grew on me. It's the wavy pattern and just the gun itself is good, so that helps.
Yeah.
And the waves do super skin swap on a few things,
Hmm.
and when it does, it's really nice. And like the barrel where they added the cannons and just some simple stripes, it's, it was very well put together.
And the gold detail is really well placed.
Oh, beautiful. But as usual, there's a few things that I've noticed that just kind of
I have to find them.
catch me. On the right side of the gun, on the grip, the waves don't quite make it to the top. They
Oh
go
yeah,
about
I see.
halfway.
They do on the other side. Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, that and then also from the front, the waves don't
They
line up with one each other
they don't wrap
on the grip.
around. Yeah.
The given that is very hard to do.
Yeah, that's
To
what I
make those
understand.
waves line up, it would be very, very difficult. So I don't, that's not as big of a deal, but with close examination, you can see it.
Yeah. It's probably one of my favorite community legendaries. It
I
might
think it
be
might be my
top
favorite
one. Yeah.
community.
Top one or two or something. I would have to
Yeah,
look at
for
the
sure.
other communities, but that's the one I use the most by far. And I think that settles the review for the safe, but we have a few to open, I believe. Unless you don't want to open those today.
I'm gonna open them today.
I'm gonna start opening a
I don't have
couple.
much better to do.
Oh, Diamond Splinter.
Started off with the M90 camo.
Wow, we both start with uncommons.
What did you get?
A Diamond Splinter, well used. So the camo is
Ooh,
pretty much gone.
yeah. I got a diamond splinter too.
Oh wow, two in a row? I got a splitter, not a splinter.
Well used also.
That's pretty busted.
Yeah, that camo is rough.
Another splitter. Oh, I'm gonna pass on that.
There's my throwback.
Flaming Deagle. Oh god. Well used, actually doesn't look terrible, huh? Pixel War, I'm gonna pass.
Opulent. That I did not need another one of those.
Do you already have a mint one, or?
Yeah, I think I have a mint. I might not even have it.
Oh, a throwback. Lovely.
Even the battle-worn war pig kind of keeps its
Its texture?
old-fashioned war feel. I still like the mint better, but even a battle-worn doesn't look too shabby.
Yes, the GL40 I think doesn't suffer too much.
It, depending on what colors you put, it could really be looking bad,
Oh,
but
it depends on what's
for,
under the wear.
yeah, it all depends on what's the color underneath too. 'Cause you can make a skin look decent with wear.
As a skin maker, do you choose what's under, or it's a default color?
Yeah, you choose.
Oh, okay.
So one of the workshop skins I made was for the flamethrower, the the smaller one, the Elon Musk flamethrower. I made it well, called the cryothium, and so the idea of that was having the wear is not a bad thing. Like some people might want the battle worn because I have it more of an ice themed. So the
Mm-hmm.
more it wears, the more it looks like it's iced up.
Oh, cool.
So you can if you're smart with it, you can really use the wear to your advantage.
Mm. So people will want to buy the battle one?
Some people might. Yeah. That and then one that's actually in the game that has used the wear very well is oh, what is it called? Blanking. I'll figure it out.
I got a their harvest, but otherwise all blues.
The biohazard, the arbiter.
Oh, I see. War
That
pig, well
that
used.
very bright green comes through. So
Oh, okay.
there's a handful of people I know that really like the battle worn, which I don't use it for the arbiter itself, but when you're super skin swapping, that it's basically a black with that neon green,
Yeah.
and I think it's a really good combination.
I'd have to look how that looks, yeah.
I'm getting splinters or splitters
I'm
back
getting...
to back to back.
Wow, that's pretty good. Oh, splitters, not splinters.
Splitters. Yeah.
Flaming Deagle Battle Worn. My love.
I always call it the splinter, but splitter with a T, not an N.
Throwback. No luck for me today, huh?
Ah, typical overkill. I see a technology, landed on the flaming deagle, floral thrust, and then shooting star.
Oh wow, you had
Like
that?
all pinks and then a blue in the middle.
Oh yeah, that's overkill
It it
trolling.
it'll do that.
And another
I
Flaming Deagle.
oh go. No, no, no. Oh, it's so close to an airship. Instead, I get a battle-worn Pixel War,
Oh,
which
lovely.
actually does not look too bad.
Yeah, the Cobus looks pretty nice.
It doesn't wear too much. It wears a lot on the uh, sights, like above the magazine,
Mm-hmm.
but he is black on black, so you don't see it. Another use of the wear.
Oh, a royal. Broken in. Definitely worn, but not bad. The grip is pretty rough. But you got a battle-worn Warpig also?
I have. I
Because
actually just landed on a war pig.
the sticker looks pretty decent still. A little scratched up, but not bad at all.
Mostly just on the very, very tip.
Yeah. 17 to go. And a Pixel War.
I've gotten a lot of mint throwbacks. Which I always like seeing that. I like to see higher rarities better, but
You can send them to Green Herring. Oh, Mean Green?
oh yeah.
And there's a Royal. No rares so far. Oh, another throwback. No thanks. Oh, mint, huh?
Started out so good and then it just my luck dropped off.
Between an airship and a jackshot. But I'm getting a Warpig. And another Royal. Wow, third one.
An M90 camo. I'm really hoping. I've yet to get a mint. I've always gotten broken in. Hey, that's a new one.
A
It's
mint?
battle worn. It's the opposite direction, but it
How does the camo look on a battle worn?
the camo stays intact pretty well. Well, the front grip really hits hard, but the main body is not. He used a very nice color underneath that really kind of hides it.
Oh, that's why.
But the thing is, you have your colors and your patterns on top, and then you have your color underneath, color or gradient. You can't really do a pattern on. But there's also a color for the line around the wear.
Hmm.
This is something where I feel like he didn't fully understand all the colors, because it's almost like a neon green around the edge. So
Weird.
that really sticks out on the front grip, but the sticker is basically perfectly intact. Bless the Swedish. Can't
And
touch their sticker.
got my fourth Royal. And another Diamond Splinter. It's interesting it's like in capitals.
Yeah, there
Battle
we
worn.
go. That's what I needed. Jack shot.
Oh, nice. I got a rare.
Battle worn. This
Oh.
this is a skin that does not do anywhere well. You see the gray. The grip and the suppressor and everything else handles it well, but with that honey whiskey look from anywhere for me is just not good. But I got a rare.
Yep.
I'll take it.
Mint Warpig. Wow, only a couple left.
Oh, bye technology. Nice to pass like 3 in a row. Hey, there's the harvest.
Yeah, I'm getting one too. I got a mint earlier.
Broken in.
Oh, two mints. Do you want one of them?
I already have one.
Alright.
This it, the the harvest, royal, pixel war, war pig, and throwback are the 5 or 6 I can count that I got mint and said I need these because they're just all clean in their own way.
I got
Or
the...
super skin swap perfectly.
Oh yeah. M90 camo. Mint. You want that?
Okay, well I just basically hit a technology.
Oh, two rares. Wow, lucky you.
No, I didn't get it.
Oh.
I was almost got it, but I didn't. That's a bummer.
And I got a mint Pixel War. And that was my last one, I think. Yep.
Zooming through safes, I see.
Oh, I'm super fast with those things, I guess.
Oh, you just generally I like to see where it goes.
Oh, if it's a blue that I already have, I usually don't check them.
Yeah. I don't even know why I try watching these. I know how they're like the slider moves. I don't like how they do that, where it's like, oh, you almost got it. You should buy another one
That's
and
how they
try.
tease you. Yeah.
No, that I know why they do it, but ooh, ooh,
Legendary?
royal, well used royal with an accuracy boost. Sadly, you can just slap those on at any time, but it's cool to see it.
To get the stat. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
last week I got, or 2 weeks ago, I got mint stat epic from the last safe, and it's still not sold, even though I put it on a pretty low price. I mean, lower than everybody else,
yeah.
which is just not many people buying those things.
I got one more left. Time for legendary.
That would be nice. I never had one, ever. About
No,
1,500 safes open, maybe more, almost 2,000.
well,
You still got a rare though.
yeah. A, a rare and handful of uncommons, and way too many pixel wars.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just looking through here and I just see a chunk of pixel wars. Like even Warpig, I got four of them. Well, I got way too many Amcars too, but I know who would like those.
Yes, maybe I should send him mine so he gets happy again.
Just out of nowhere gets another 15 Amcar skins. I wonder if he still has a whole bunch of them.
I'll probably stop the recording here, because I guess we're done with the review and opening stuff, so thanks for
Yeah.
watching.